and if not, I think it might be time to go up to 175. You know, I've been trying to make all these fights happen for a long, long time, but I feel like right now, when I win the WBC interim title, I have a little bit more leverage. But if I can't make them happen, you know, it's because the fighters don't want to fight and take the fight with me, and you know, so I think it might be time to go up to 175.
What about the possibility of fighting David Morrell Jr. then?
That would be a great fight too. So there's a lot of good fights on the table. So if we could get any of those fights, those would be the fights I would love to get. You know, but like I said, if I can't get any of those fights, then I might go up to 175.
Now you had a fight against
Unheard of, but this time it's going to be a WBC interim title, a title fight against another great ex-champion. You know, the people out there love me. I got a lot of fans out there, a lot of supporters. So I feel like this time they made it in an even bigger arena. What is it?
Talking Stick, right?
Yeah.
Talking Stick.
And that one's even bigger than the other one we fought at. So you know, I'm excited, man. A lot of people are gonna go, and I'm gonna definitely put on a show. I've been working hard, so it's gonna be great.
This is a question like we all can probably talk about it. I know Mr. Espinosa back there. We're talking about a lot of people in here, and we seen tomorrow is a Cuban fighting in there back there, and it's another Cuban that can be on your way, David Morrell Jr. Great guy. He basically came to the U.S., made already world champion, 5 fights, already WBA champion. When we can be talking about making this fight happen, it's a fight that a lot of Hispanic people be talking about. You and Morrell in the ring, 2 big guys that can collide in a big fight.
Yeah, definitely. If we can make it happen this year, then I'll be all for it. You know, David Morrell's a great fighter. You know, he's very technical. You know, he's had a big amateur career, and I'm down to make that fight happen whenever. I seen him yesterday. You know, I gave him a handshake. He was a cool dude, and I'm ready to make that fight happen whenever.
What do you think about that, Mr. Espinosa? Is a possibility? It's going to make the numbers when we're talking about what is happening tonight in here and seeing this combination, Mexico, Cuba, and a big guy in Morrell?
Well, you know, putting nationalities and ethnicities aside, the reality is it's 2 of the best fighters in the division. And whenever you do that, we saw that last week. We saw that with Fundora and with Luby. When you put the 2 elite guys in, you usually get something memorable. So that's the motivation, you know, on that fight. Now, you know, personally, I think, you know, I know David and his family probably, you know, want this as soon as possible. I'd like to see Morrell get a little bit more exposure yet. Let him grow. Let this. I'm not a fan of sort of marinating, so to speak, but you know, he hasn't fought on Showtime yet. He's going to fight on Showtime. We'd love to build up his audience, make that a really, really big fight, because that's skill-wise, it's 2 of the best guys in the division, without a doubt.
Jose, like they said before, you the kind of a trainer and that keep it for real. You go all about your son, but how big and how important do you see that collision in between Morrell and him?
I mean, that's a big fight, man. I can't, you know, it gives me chills, you know, just think about it. That's a fight that, also another fight that's very dangerous, a good fighter. And like Espinosa said, you know, we just have to wait and we keep working, staying focused, and whatever comes, you know, whatever they say, you know, we're ready to do. We're here to work, and that they do a great job, you know, of the fights that they're doing. Him and Luis de Cubas and the whole team, man, they're doing a great job. We just go to the gym, work, and we just wait for the date and the opponent. We never said no to an opponent. To this day, no, we never said no to no one. So we're just here to fight anybody, and I think that's a great fight, and I can't wait to make it happen.
And David, how comfortable is it to make 168?
It's good with a good diet, a dedicated diet. It's not easy, but I can make it. Good. And that's so I've been in camp since like January 15. So I've been on top of my diet and top of my water, so everything is going good. It's very easy to make.
And that is a lot better than a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's because I feel like when you get as a professional, you know, you got to pay dietitianists and nutritionists. All this stuff costs a lot of money. That's why a lot of people don't know how to cut weight sometimes, because you got to pay, you got to see the formula and see how it comes out, and it sometimes doesn't come out cheap. You know, a lot of these nutritionists, they don't want to show you everything for free, so you got to be with them for like 1 or 2 years and then see how everything goes, and then you just follow the steps down like that. You know, it's very easy. It's in the morning, everything has to be at the same. You got to get breakfast, you know, 2-3 eggs, maybe a tomato. For lunch, chicken breast, tomato. At night, salmon, tomato, but then the thing that's very important too is the 2 gallons of water.
And the
every
way
day.
the way you're cutting weight now, how much of it is it making you a better fighter today?
It's making me a better fighter because every time I train now, and you know when you cut weight, you get a little bit dehydrated, and now I'm not dehydrated at all. I can push through all my workouts with a lot of energy and a lot of intensity too. So that's what helps me a lot. I put 110% in every workout.
So this is going to be, we're going to see a lot better version of you.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, definitely.
And David, Shakur Stevenson, I'll quote him. He said, David Benavidez is a bad fighter, and that he thinks you're the toughest fight out there for Canelo. What do you think of his fight with Oscar Valdez?
Like
and what he had to say about you?
First of all, I just feel very honored, from getting a compliment like that from an Olympian and silver medalist. He's a great fighter. I feel like he's going to be unified champion in multiple divisions one day. So I feel very motivated by just hearing him say that. And I feel the same way about him. He's a great fighter. He's probably one of the best 130-pounders in the world today. And I feel like he's going to go in there and he's going to beat Valdez no problem. I think it's going to be very difficult for Valdez to even catch him or, to catch Stevenson's counters. And Stevenson, he's a bad motherfucker as well. So I'm very happy to hear that from him.
And with Joe Smith and Better, do you have any thoughts on that? And would your speed be too much for either one of them, regardless?
That's a great fight. That's one of the fights I'm most excited about this year. Just to watch as a fan. I feel like, to be honest, I feel the experience is on Joe Smith's side because he's fought Bernard Hopkins, he's fought Dimitri Bivol, he's fought what's his name, Sullivan Barrera. He's fought a lot of good guys.
Jesse Hart.
And then he hits hard too. So I feel like they're both motivated. I mean, it's just this is a different level. They're very motivated to become unified 175 champion too. But just the way I was seeing Bernabe fight when he fought that one dude.
Marcus Brown.
No, Alexander
Bosnick.
and I've sparred Alexander Bosnick too, and I've heard him. So just seeing that he had a success with Bernabe, it makes me think, what if I go up there? Now I'm sure I could touch, Bernabe for Joe Smith, because I have the speed and I have the power, and I think going up to 175, I'll be even faster and even stronger.
And then obviously he's been dropped before, so has that kind of like put an idea like, if Callum Johnson dropped him, like I could definitely drop him or hurt him?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I can hurt anybody I put my hands on, anybody. But like with knockdowns like that, I don't think, he has a weak chin, this and that, because this is a flash knockdown, to be honest with you.
That wasn't his first knockdown.
No, it wasn't his first?
No, he got dropped earlier in his career. I can't
Okay,
remember.
well then maybe he has a, if I catch anybody with the right shot, I could drop anybody. But like I said, I don't think about that. I think about just being the best version of myself, worrying about speed, combinations, power shots, body shots, and that way I could, when I'm 100% and I could see how I'm doing, then I could look at a fighter and see what I could put in or what the type of combinations I could use.
Thanks, David. Thanks, guys.
David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jose.
Thank you.